Hello, and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow. Say hi, Terry.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast, we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and podcasts and other entertainment topics, because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. So this week, our West Wing Watch takes a pause for a special bonus episode of the West Wing Weekly podcast. So we'll get to that in a minute. But first, our One Day at a Time watch gets to the episode Hermanos, which is the 4th episode of season 3 that Terry accidentally watched like 2 or 3 weeks ago as the second episode.
I shall try to remember.
Which kind of made sense in that spot because there was still quite a bit of discussion about Rita Moreno's character and her stroke that she had.
Yeah.
Lydia.
It was also similar to the first episode in that there were relatives we had never heard of. Has there ever been any mention of Penelope having a brother?
I can't remember it. And did he not come to the quinceañera?
Yeah, I know. They just produced him him. And it's like, who? Who now?
And they made a really big deal about how he wasn't, and rightly so. They made a big deal about how he wasn't there when Lydia was in the hospital. But there was no mention of the fact that he couldn't be bothered to come to the quinceañera.
That's right. Maybe he was just like at a different table. We just he was there. We just didn't see him. Yeah, there's lots of new relatives who we have suspiciously never seen before. Even though there would have been opportunities to even at least mention. Even in flashbacks, I don't think he was mentioned. I don't remember. If it was mentioned, it was so much in passing that it did not stick. I wish they would stop doing that. That's just silly.
And also, speaking as we have been about the order of these things, no mention of the 2 new love interests for Penelope and Schneider. They didn't just meet them last week. That was kind of a cliffhanger that we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's like...
But this episode did have a very cute interlude where Schneider and Dr. Berkowitz were hanging out.
Yes, that was adorable.
They found each other, of course, inside Penelope's apartment when everyone was gone. And they totally bonded.
Yes, 2 lost souls without that family there.
Yes.
So that was very cute. I enjoyed that subplot.
Yeah.
Maybe more than the main plot. But, which was fine. Although I just can't remember a time in my life where you could just up and go on vacation in that way. I suppose people do.
I think it was a school vacation.
I guess.
The kids started out by saying, my friends are going here and there vacation. And then Penelope just threw it together in a couple of days. Yeah.
I did enjoy the little mini bar maneuver she did, and we'll have to remember that in the future.
Yes.
But
bringing her own little sandbag to trick the weight sensor.
But the whole dynamic of the prodigal brother getting all the attention and everything that she did being neglected is as old as sitcoms, and nothing new brought to it here. So, and it's especially hard to buy when Lydia has never referred to this guy ever, never said, well, your brother does this so much better. Remember when your brother did this wonderful thing? Just all of a sudden, I guess if she hasn't seen him in that long, she has to get a lot of it in, but still. Yeah. There could at least have been he just dropped off the grid. We haven't heard from him in a decade, and now here he is. We'd almost forgot he existed.
But it wasn't, because the kids obviously knew him and had seen him before.
Yeah.
So, I think, the 2 sort of heart-to-heart conversations that they had, one between Penelope and her brother, and then the other between Alex and Elena, I thought they were very real and true to life, except for the way that they both ended so well.
That's right.
They made it believable, but then when you step back and think, now, would that happen? Maybe not.
Also, there is no way that, that phone needed to go over the side of the boat.
Yes, I was waiting.
So many times. I was waiting for that. That was going to be the punchline. They were going to make up, and then the phone was going to fall off the side of the boat. Why are you even on a boat if the phone is not going to fall off the side of it? Come on. There are rules.
Yes, exactly.
Every time they held it over the thing to take a picture, I was like, it's going to go over.
There it goes. No.
Dashing expectations. It's just that kind of daring sitcom that defies.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, and then over on the West Wing, if you're done, did you have anything else?
No. I am severely bummed that we are not discussing faith-based initiatives, not because of the main plot lines, but because of one little thread that runs through, starting with the opening scene, which I have watched an embarrassing number of times. But
we'll save that for next week. But
yeah, I'll have another time to watch it 10 or more times before then.
Yeah, the West Wing Weekly podcast, as we've talked about, has they're stretching things out now that the end of their podcast concept is looming.
I totally understand why they want to do that. They want to keep going it as long as possible, but there's good stuff not that far away, and they're dragging their feet in getting to it. Come on, man.
Yeah. Oy. So this time around, they had a guest who was a writer on the show for like the first 5 seasons, I think, like a long time.
Yes.
So in the past, they've definitely talked to writers several times before, but it's always been in the context of just one episode.
Right.
So this one was kind of just talking about his entire experience. So that was quite
and
good.
Also a little bit of Sports Night also.
Yeah, because he had worked on that.
And a little bit of the newsroom, which, but it was interesting. He was engaging in talking, and it was fun hearing about how this differed from other TV situations, and the way the writers dealt with it. But it sounds like they had wanted to get him for one of his episodes, maybe, or just never were able to put it together. So having these extras is a nice way to do that. But you know what? They could put out an extra and also have episode.
Yeah, they could
do 2. We
or
do
they could
5.
Save all the extras for the end.
That's right. They could keep going endlessly with extras. Right. But, okay. It was fine. It was interesting. I enjoyed listening to it. And then I went and watched the opening scene of the next episode again. You're going to watch it and go, what the heck is she talking about? There's nothing special about this. I built it up too much, but I will enjoy talking about it because I think there's things to talk about. But anyway, so... And, it's nice that they're providing these little extras. It's always interesting to hear about.
Yeah, to get behind the scenes.
Yes, get the nuts and bolts of things and see how things were done and how exactly a writing staff operates on a show where the main guy writes everything.
Writes everything, yeah, exactly.
So they would put together detailed memos for him, which he would then take and write the script.
And he would take like 10% of it.
Yes. That's not a bad gig, I bet they were paid decently for that work. As long as you don't have pride and mind having things taken from you.
Your ego can take it. Then.
I think there's a certain amount of money in which I would not mind that.
Heck yeah.
You get a nice office in a movie, television studio and good company.
Yes.
Throw around ideas with.
So we'll look forward to faith-based initiatives next week.
Yes, not large parts of it, not so much, but certain parts of it very much.
Okay. And then at One Day at a Time, it's the 5th episode that we're up to on the 3rd season, and it's called Nip It in the Bud.
Ew.
And
perhaps that refers to showing things wildly out of sequence in a way that doesn't make sense.
Somehow I doubt it. And that'll be it for our round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. There's something new for you every weekday. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Terry.
Bye, Catherine.
Goodbye, everyone.